It's 2 weeks before the Patriots travel to London. The football operations team is hard at work to nail down the details.
When are you guys heading out for London to start the week?
We have 5 advanced people traveling for us. Hunter and I will be heading out with the crew along with someone from the field crew just to make sure fields and everything look good at practice site as well as the stadium.
The team's supposed to arrive at 7:30.
So you saying 10:30 before I even get to before I even get stuff to the hotel?
We'll practice at 2:30, hoping to have, the first bus rolling out 1:15, 1:30.
Sumner Tunnel is going to be closed on our way back.
Well, I think we're gonna do 3 trips. One goes to the stadium, one goes to the practice facility, and the other one going to the hotel.
Okay, perfect.
How much stuff are we taking? Because you got to pack for the game and you have to pack for practice. That's the tricky part. So we kind of overpack because you'd rather have it there than not need it than you need it and don't have it.
Kind of the theme for us is it was a different trip, but we wanted to replicate everything the same as if it was a domestic trip.
Take a trip across the ocean.
Who's excited to go to London?
Me! Across the pond.
I think through the messaging, through Coach Mayo and Bobby, to the team helped, limit, any snags or problems we had throughout the process.
It being a red eye, being a shorter flight, but then all of a sudden you get there and it's 7 a.m. Just adjusting to that time difference, not getting there and just going right to bed, trying to stay awake, push through, and then go to bed at nighttime. So that way you don't sleep all day, take all these naps, and then at night you're then up all night. Kind of resisting that urge to then go out with family and do dinners and run around and run yourself into the ground is, kind of focus on, seeing them, but having that balance of also getting your rest and kind of getting with whatever the time zone we're in.
It's a Friday practice over there at Harrow School, which was awesome.
It looked like a mixture between a boarding school and something off Harry Potter. Old, but also majestic, but just kind of like to take a step back and look at the whole building and the layout. Everything was brick, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of history there at the school, and even just from the touch points that football had there, even though it was just out on the field, you could kind of feel that history when you stepped out there.
Winston Churchill went to school there, so that was pretty cool to hear that backstory.
Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Bob Sosi from 98.5 The Sports Hub and the Patriots radio broadcasts, and I'm pleased to be joined by Elliot Wolf, Executive Vice President of Player Personnel, Director of Player Personnel, Matt Rowe, and Director of Pro Personnel, Patrick Stewart.
Thanks for being here. Appreciate the opportunity to have the chance to speak to you. It's a really unique setting. Even being up on the hill and just looking down towards Wembley is pretty powerful.
The experience that we just had at Chalk Talk, how historic was that? Winston Churchill, being in that room, I was looking at the chairs in front of me, 1805. Unique is not special enough. It's more than that.
Prior to practice, thanks to NFL UK, they hosted a flag football clinic that Patriots players participated in.
Seeing kids, I guess, get a similar opportunity is what I've now had and seeing at such a young age where they can now develop. I think it's really good.
Touchdown! time. 3, 2, 1.
Meanwhile, while the Patriots were on the practice field, 130 sponsors were on hand, watching while being treated to a gourmet spread.
Then to be on this beautiful field, being able to watch practice, this amazing hospitality, it gives me chills, I have to say. It's just fantastic.
One of the other challenges of a longer road trip is properly feeding a roster of 70 players.
It was my 4th international trip. Preparing for an international game is more than preparing for a Super Bowl. Wow. And so when the schedule comes out and it says, you're going international, it's like, all right, wow, we got to get going here because there's a lot to do.
Before even the weekend of the trip, we have an advanced trip planned. So this was in June of this past year. I flew out there with some operations staff, and we met with the chef and the kitchen staff at the hotel and gave him a list of our menu items that we felt would be most difficult to execute.
Finally, you get there and we get to the game and you can kind of not take a sigh of relief, but like, man, we're finally here. So much work goes into it to where you're finally there and you're just excited to see the outcome.
It's a soccer field, it's Wembley. It's history. There's been a lot of games played there, but they don't play football on it often. So when you go over there on Saturday morning to set it up, it took me a minute to orient myself. I had to walk around. Okay, I'm gonna put offense in this locker room. I'm gonna put defense in this locker room. I'm gonna put the coaches in the middle.
Hey, win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
The night before the game, sponsors were treated to a tour of the Tower of London.
Hi, I'm AJ.
Hi, AJ. I'm Ian Hall. I heard you speaking earlier. Good crowd here.
I want to really tell you all how much it means to us that you all took the time and energy and traveled here. We're excited as a family to be here, and just thank you all for coming and showing the support.
Thank you.
Later that night, the owners sped across town to greet 800 rabid UK Patriots fans.
Seeing this kind of support puts even a bigger responsibility on our family, and I promise you, we're building something special. I was so inspired by all of you. We gotta do a shot of tequila and say thank you to all of you.
Week 7 on Sunday gets an early start. They are going to visit one of the true crown jewels of European sports venues, Wembley Stadium, more than 80,000 seats. New England, welcome to Old England.
For me, it was pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
I mean, London, like Europe especially, has been a big dream for me, and this was an amazing opportunity.
I think it was a really successful trip overall.